Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about her disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannons.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement. So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
C'est lui de
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Ouais, ça va. D'amour. Mais
c'est bon, dans 20 jours, je le reprends lui. On le reprend l'autre. Celui-là, ça me casse les couilles. Je viens de dépenser 50 couilles, je viens de dépenser 80 € pour rien. C'est gentil, c'est super. Merci beaucoup. Je crois que je vais arrêter les jeux sur site.
Mais
Passez au trottoir avant que je passe un mur.
Voilà le règlement du live, pas de insultes, pas de moqueries pour toute personne qui respecte pas les règlements, ça sera un baptême.
Oui. Ah bah voilà aussi. Parce que je dis, il me demande un truc, mais quand je ne l'affiche pas, il ne le dit pas. C'est pour ça. Et lui, il dort. Il n'est pas joli.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Vous voulez pas jouer à ton PC? Bah, c'est ce que j'avais dit tout à l'heure. T'as dit que t'allais jouer à...
super.
Vous avez compris, c'est bon, ça marche pas. Parce qu'il affiche pas le truc qu'il a affiché à chaque fois. C'est pour ça qu'il marche pas.
Je trouve ça.
Du coup, je vais le changer. Dans 20 jours, je le revois.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, this sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
Benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
C'est eux qui mettent.
Et lui aussi, il s'en fout.
C'est eux qui mettent là-haut.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
On recommande au moins 0 giga. Cet ordinateur ne remplit pas de connexion. Continuez.
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Putain, on relance sur PC et relancer les jeux. Mais vas-y là.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it. The only person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be here.
Ah ouais, j'aurais mieux fait de garder mon nom sur PC. Hein. C'est pas grand cul. Tiens, ta gueule, tiens. Allez, ta gueule, c'est bon, je pense que
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
quoi, qu'est-ce que tu veux, quoi?
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Non, attends, tu restes là.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Discourse on the Method by Descartes.
On dirait qu'il a deux
This book
diagrammes
changed the way I
différents.
looked at the world. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
Ah, d'accord.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
Giga 88.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle. All right, I've retrieved everything. Amber crystals.
Ah putain, l'enculé. Aïe, l'enculé.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Ok. C'est bon, j'ai trouvé. Pourquoi je peux pas lancer le jeu? Quoi? J'ai trouvé.
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi je peux pas lancer le jeu? Pourquoi? C'est mon processeur qui est pourri. Ah ouais. Mon processeur il a 1 GHz et pour lancer au minimal
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
2,5 GHz. Bah, je regrette mon ancien PC. Quoi? Oh, je vais prendre un PC d'enfant. Je vais me retrouver avec 2 PC maintenant. Vas-y, prends-le, j'achète un PC d'enfant.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Bah il a qu'à remonter celui-là demain avec toi.
Bah ouais.
Bah oui.
Moi, tu vas quelle heure vraiment? On commence pour pouvoir à 15h. Il faut que je retrouve Maya, moi. Le bâtard.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
On va juste le PC, hein. Bon, la prochaine, je la garde. 10h.
The Last Supper
Je vais être réveillé.
by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Bah il faut que tu enlèves ce qu'il y a dans un ordi, ce qu'il a mis lui.
Oui, il n'y a pas grand chose dedans. Il y a grand chose dans celui-là? Oui, il a rien mis. Ah, mais en plus, t'as les robes sèches.
T'as pété, Kobe.
Ah, non, je n'aime pas la robe.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by
quoi?
Rubens. Poor Phaeton,
De quoi?
struck by lightning,
Ah, l'ancien
borrowing his
PC?
father's chariot and losing control of
Bah
it.
ouais.
Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Pourquoi pas?
Amber. The song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Putain, il est bien, j'aime bien. Bah oui, se lever, idiot. Qu'est-ce que je reste faire assis, moi?
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. A painting with no name.
Ah bah être content de ta tante.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene.
Les deux, ça... Ah ouais, c'est vrai,
The
c'est
poor
gros.
devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand. The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids,
Va dans le lit, mon amour, on va
chimera,
de
the
te
hydra,
déranger, là.
the gorgons. Ah,
Allô?
the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
Oui, on dort par terre, c'est ça? En plus, il dit oui, l'enculé.
Mais merde, c'est pas ça que je veux.
Non, c'est normal. J'ai rien à foutre sur Netflix.
Bah j'enlève alors.
Pourquoi?
Je crois que tu voulais voir un film sur Netflix. Hein?
C'est moi. Mais bon, j'ai pas Netflix là-dessus.
T'es tout blanc.
On dirait un zombie qui marche. Attention, il y avait une porte.
Ah ouais, sérieux, mais il est pas bien là. Oh.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep
On
it.
dort la nuit. C'est pas le jour qu'on dort. Hein. Hop. On va me servir pour les films. Hop. Je peux le télécharger.
In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the
bonne nuit,
monstrous
hein?
statue must be turned towards someone who can protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield.
Ça tente, ouais.
Ça là. Même l'autre, il est plus puissant. Toi. Tu vois trop radar. Le mec, il a même pas les yeux ouverts. Tu vas fumer une clope avant d'aller te coucher? Ah oui, ils vont fermer leur gueule là.
Eux, fermer leur gueule, je crois pas.
Ah bah, putain.
Bah, c'est tous les jours comme ça, hein. C'est tous les jours comme ça avec eux. Ils poussent les meubles, ils...
Ah, c'est des locations, ça l'excite. Dès que tu l'excites, ouais, mais je vais regarder sur mon téléphone. Sur mon téléphone. T'es obligé de déplacer cette trottinette. Ah, c'est pour la voir, c'est ça? Et pourquoi?
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can the shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words,
J'espère qu'à
I'll have to
4
make
heures
an
du matin,
angle
il va
of
pas me
90
dire de
degrees
sortir.
between
Donc
the
je
lantern
le
and the
tue.
Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Il va chier sur ton lit. Il va pisser sur ton lit. Là, il va pisser par terre.
The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword. In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards someone who could protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield. In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards
Kobe,
someone who could protect their eyes.
c'est pas un peu
It
chiant
can
là au fait?
only be the hero holding the shield.
Kobe, Kobe, tu viens là tout de suite, j'ai dit. Kobe! Va dormir et fous-nous la paix, sérieux. Oh là là.
Va dormir là-bas. Regarde, ton papa, il va dormir. Fais dodo avec lui.
In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards someone who could protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield.
C'est lui qui a remonté. Mais arrête de sauter, putain.
T'es pénible, Kobe, sérieux là.
Ah ouais, il va lui mettre une droite.
T'es pénible, hein.
Et il revient. chien. On est en train de se brouiller son chien. Lui va te niquer.
A swine in a salon? That's an odd choice of decor.
Non, dégage. Putain.
Oh, t'es chiant, Kobe, ma parole.
Je vais t'en mettre une. Hein. Dégage. Casse-toi, oui. Jamais tu t'arrêtes.
Lui s'arrêter. Kobe, je vais te... Ok? Tu arrêtes tout de suite, là. Kobe. Putain. Oh là là.
Ah, tiens, t'en manger une.
Tu arrêtes. Kobe, tu arrêtes. T'en veux une? Tu la veux? Comment? Qu'est-ce que t'as fait là? Eh, tu me comptes pas dessus, moi. Tu te tais. Tu restes là. Assis. Assis. Tu bouges plus. Alors si tu bouges, tu vas voir, je te jure.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Couché.
Putain, mais je m'en fous de ça. Je vais passer par là. Oh là là. Mais je vais le...